Hey, how's it going? So my name is Anthony Cabelar, and I work with eXp Realty. I'd like to share with you a little bit about our revenue share program and a little bit about our brokerage as well. So our revenue share program, it's a really good way for hardworking agents such as you and I to be able to build a massive stream of passive income. So as we're going through this, I want you to think massive passive income. So the revenue share is consider like a pyramid, all right? You're at the top, and then you have people who join the brokerage that sign up underneath you, right? And then they have people who sign up underneath them, right? And it's a stream of income that flows upward towards you to create a massive passive income that could really benefit your family and your generations to come, all right? But first, let's give a little overview on who eXp is. So, eXp, we are a cloud based brokerage, meaning that we're not a standard brick and mortar franchise brokerage, but we are one brokerage that is tech based, internet based, that stretches over the world, right? So, here's our current locations. And I want you to keep this in mind when we start talking about the revenue share, all right? We are all over the world and expanding to other parts of the world as well. And so since we're tech based, each location that we have has multiple principal brokers. So in the United States, we have a principal broker per state, right? I'm in Hawaii, so in the state of Hawaii, we have a principal broker, and underneath that principal broker, we have multiple brokers in charge. So there's always someone to be able to reach out to if you have any questions or concerns. So keep in mind, so we have people all over the world. So we have an eXp world. It's our own metaverse where people from all over the world can gather, meet, share resources, share referrals, right? And you see it's like a city type setting, right? So we have an office per anything concerning real estate. So if you have tech questions or concerns, we have a tech department in the city, right? We also have a university where we have many resources for different classes. If you want to get better at a certain thing in real estate, there's a class for it that's taught by somebody who has massive breakthrough in that area. So here's part of our university and lecture halls. So we have people that have massive breakthrough in every area of real estate who share how they got their breakthrough. That you might be benefited by that and gain breakthrough in that as well. So over here, here's a message from Glenn Sanford. He's the founder of eXp, and he's sharing his mastermind ideas to help build you to be a stronger and more successful agent. So take this in mind. If there's someone in France that you've been wanting to hear speak, right? Because we have people from all different brokerages and areas in real estate who speak and share, right? So there's like, man, there's this person from France. They are killing it. They're having hundreds of millions of dollars in sales a year in real estate. How do they do it? I really want to hear them speak. Well, say they're speaking in the EXP world. You don't have to fly to France. You don't have to pay for a conference, pay for hotel, whatever, right? Pay for a Zoom link. You go to the EXP world, boom, that person's speaking here, sharing how they got their breakthrough and causing you to fall into that breakthrough as well. So here's a little brief overview of eXp. You see on the top left, eXp Workplace by Facebook. So Facebook developed our own private Facebook called Workplace for eXp. See on the top right, it's kind of like a screenshot of that workplace on Facebook. And on there, they have different groups concerning everything real estate, right? They have mastermind groups, have referral groups, they have investor groups. I joined like every single referral group and investment group that there is. And yeah, I've gotten so many referrals from there as well. And what's cool is, because remember how we shared before, we're stretched across the whole world, right? So there's people from like Dubai. They're like, hey, I have someone that's buying that wants to buy in Hawaii. Is there anyone that can help them? Boom, I go on there, but hey, I'm in Hawaii, have many years experience, blah, 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 right? And they kind of interview all the potential referral partners, and that's a great way to gain a lot of leads. Underneath that, you'll see it's KV Core platform, right? It's EXP's all-in-one CRM. So they have see the web and IDX, so you can tweak your website on there very easily, add videos, pictures, whatever. Super easy, super convenient. Underneath that, lead generation. It's they have many different avenues of creating leads. So they have like a mailer software on there. Upload your pictures, what you want on there. Super fast, super easy. Send them your list of addresses. They'll mail everything out for you. They have Google pay per clicks with all the algorithms figured out for you to generate the highest amount of leads. The same thing with it's called Property Boost. So you can put your MLS number in there, or if you have permission from another agent to use their listing, you can put that MLS number in there, and it creates Facebook ads for you. Super easy, super fast, cheap as well. Like I was paying for 21 days for over 6,000 clicks. It was 150 dollars. Not bad at all. So here's our rankings as far as real estate. We are the fastest growing brokerage in the world right now, and we've only been established since 2009. We've got some pretty good rankings on there so far. So what we're here about, all right, revenue share. So eXp paid out over $240 million of revenue and equity shares. So equity shares are going to be our stock shares, but we're focusing on revenue share right now. So 202 million in 2022. It's a lot. So how does that work? So here's a diagram. So each column from left to right. So first column, levels 1 through 7. And next is expansion shares. So those are that percentage is going to be added onto the blue column where it says exponential share, right? The expansion share is the percentage that you get for the people who sign up underneath the people that signed up under you, right? So that's going to be added to the blue, and the green total share percentage is going to be equaled, right? So the middle one, the active personal, is going to be how many people you have underneath you, and that's going to be applied to the blue diagram, the exponential share, right? And over there on the far left, underneath the orange, is going to be how much money you get, all right, per agent per year. So you can see that can add up pretty quick, right? Remember, keep in mind, massive passive income. See, the thing is, you're going to be paying a brokerage anyways, all right? So you might as well get something from it to help create a passive income for you to be able to invest more, to be able to put money away for your generations, or just, or just to have fun, whatever you want to do. So, here's like a little example of the diagram. You on top, John's underneath you, right? Or you can have, John, Sarah, and Jenny will be underneath you, whatever. But right here, we're just going to do for an example for the expansion share, right? So tier 1 is John, okay? There's going to be, 1 through 4 agents underneath you. You get 3.5% of the 20% to EXP, meaning most brokerages are like the commission split is 70-30, 80-20, right? EXP is 80-20, and you pay the 20% until you have paid the brokerage a total amount of $16,000. Then after that, you get 100% of your commission, all right? So the way that it works with the tiers is of that 20% that say, John signs up underneath you, He has a commission check of 10 grand, right? 80% of that goes to John, 8,000. 20% goes to eXp, 2,000. You get 3.5% of that $2,000 to you directly, right? Now, let's say Sarah joins up under John, okay? So Sarah gets a $10,000 commissions check. 8,000 goes to Sarah. 10%, 20% or $2,000 goes to eXp. John's going to get 3.5% because Sarah's going to be in John's tier 1, okay? Sarah's going to be in your tier 2. You're going to get 4% of that 20%. All right? Now let's say Jenny joins under Sarah. So Jenny's going to be in your tier 3, right? But Jenny's going to be in John's tier 2. You see how this is working, right? So since Jenny is your tier 3, you're going to get 2.5% of the 20%, right? So you're going to get 2.5%. John's going to get 4%, and Sarah's going to get 3.5%. See how it just keeps stacking, and flowing up? All right. So here, take another look. Give you a minute. You know, you can always pause and go back and forth. Now, one of our top brokers is going to share a little bit of how this works and have a calculator to show you. His name is Brent Grove. And
a revenue share calculator. So what this is going to do is show you how revenue share does. Break it down. This is the part you gotta watch. It just blew me away. So we're not a franchise, we're a national company, and according to NAR, the National Association of Realtors, the average agent sells 6 homes a year. I've been talking about agents who sell 8 to 10. We're going to bring it back to agents who just sell 6 homes a year. What would happen? And according to NAR, the average sales price coast to coast is $275. The average commission is 2.5. Sadly enough, I know I get 3.5 on all my listings. Some of you get 3. You'll make more. Some of you are a higher sales price. You'll make. I'm like at 475. So, and I sell way more than 6, and I'm sure a bunch of you too. Again, it'll just be better. I'm dialing this back. I'm being conservative. So let's say the first year. Just play along with me here. How many agents could you personally introduce to eXp? Could you do 5? I'm going to give you a 5-year plan, kind of like a 401k for real estate and an exit strategy. Not that you have to exit real estate, but how would you like not to have to work as hard as you've been working for all these years? So could you introduce 5 this year, and could you do that each year for 5 years? If so, at the end of 5 years, you will have referred 25 people to eXp. And in my example, I'm going to say who average 6 sales a year at $275 at a 2.5 commission. And then how many people do you think those agents get introduced over the next 5 years? What if they did 1 a year for 5 years? That'd be 5 in a 5-year period. And then the agents stay till even less, 3 in a 5-year period. The agents stay till even less, 2 in a 5-year period. That's like 1 person every 2.5 years. I'm really kind of dialing this back. Because you told 25, 20 unlocks level 5. And 25 gets you to level 6. However, you do not get paid on level 7. You must refer 40. You only did 25, so you're not going to be paid on level 6. So what this calculator does is it shows you your annual income, not one-time income, but your annual income with eXp through revenue sharing once you complete the above picture. Now people are like, what was the above picture? You personally referred 25 agents to eXp. Now I did 12 in my first 2 weeks. This is not hard to do. But 25 people to eXp in the next 5 years who average 6 sales a year, and they tell some of their friends, you tell some of their friends, it kind of compounds and accumulates out. Okay, and I always ask people, what do you think it'll be? And they're like, well, I don't know, like 80,000 a year, 180,000 a year. I had one guy, he's kind of a math guy. He's, oh, no, it's going to compound. It's closer to 280, over $250,000. Well, here it is, and I promise you this is not broken. It's $2.1 million a year is your annual income 5 years from now with eXp revenue sharing once you complete the above picture, which is right here. What is this? Can you refer, if you want to make 2.1 million a year outside of sales, because now you're not just a salesperson. You're building a real estate company with eXp, with me, with the person who invited you here. So could you have 25 people? There's 2 million out there. Could you find 25 who average 6 sales a year, not a month, a year at 275? Could you find those people? But then they tell some people who tell some people, tell some people. I went and did 25 in 3.5 months. I already have people that have done 5, 10, 15, 20, 23, 24. We haven't even plugged in any of those kind of numbers here. Again, you did the lion's share of the work. Nobody did anything like this. And there's your income, 2.1 million a year. Now, I was showing this to a friend of mine. He's like, hey, could you change that to 15? I go, sure, why? He goes, well, I'm not as outgoing as you, but I think I could tell 3 people this year. And if I did that each year for 5 years, I could refer 15 years. I think this is more realistic for me. Like, okay, well, you lose level 6 because it takes 25 to get level 6 revenue sharing. You lose level 5 because you have to refer 20. Referring 15 will just get you paid on 3 levels. He goes, yeah, show me that. This is more me. I think I could do this in 5 years. I'm like, okay, well, before I do that, you need to know it is nowhere near 2.1 million. And now this is a friend of mine. He's like, I knew it was too good to be true. I knew it. And I go, well, don't go crying in your beer because 655,000 a year is not bad. He's like, really? He's like, okay, I'm in. And he actually signed up and he's with me today. So if you'd like to make 655,000 a year 5 years from now, you just need to refer 15 agents to eXp who average 6 sales a year. Then each of those will start to tell some people who tell us, and it compounds and accumulates out. I'll end with this. I shows to another friend up north of Farmtown. He goes, can you drop it to 10? I go, yeah, why? He owned an independent brokerage. He had 14 agents that worked for him. They said all my agents, they average probably 6. And this is actually, sadly, probably what my agents do, sleepy little farm town. Because I think 10 of them will sign it. He's a kind of a cowboy. He's like a big barrel-chested guy. He goes, I think 10 of them will sign up for that deal. He called it a deal. It's pretty funny. And he goes, and I could see them doing this. And he goes, what would this earn me? I go, well, you're going to lose level 4 because you had to tell 15. You're only going to get paid on 2 levels. And he goes, yeah. He goes, I could see that happening for sure. And he's a 35-year independent. He goes, what would that earn me? I got to be honest with you. I was nervous to hit the go button. I'm like, what, 30, 40,000 a year? I'd never done anything that low. Well, how's $250,000 a year? 251,000 a year. Talk about a 401k for real estate. Or you could just not try. Well, I'm just going to stay with my old company and sell my tail off. Really, that's why I left Keller Williams, because I knew in 5 years I'd be 56 years old. I'd be selling my tail off then just like I am now. I knew my future is predictable. So is yours. You'll be at Coldwell Banker in 5 years. You'll be at Remax in 5 years. Maybe you'll be doing luxury homes. Maybe this, maybe that. But you'll still be dealing with buyers who are upset because the home inspector missed the broken garbage disposal, or a seller who's upset because the buyer asked them to put a new roof on, and how dare them, and somehow you should have known. I mean, it doesn't change in 21 years. And so I thought, you know what? I'm going to sell a ton of homes at Keller Williams or Remax or wherever I am. I might as well do it at eXp. By the way, last month is my 8th month at eXp. I shattered all my all-time personal sales records. No one cared at all that I was with a company they had never heard of. When I went to Keller Williams in 2009, people were like, KW, what's that? I go, Keller Williams. They're like, what's that? I'm like, well, there's this company in Texas. They're really cool. Nobody cared then. Nobody cares now. They do business with you. A revenue share calculator. So what this is going to do is show you how revenue share does. Break it down. This is the part
honestly, no one,
you gotta watch.
No one's going to care what brokerage you're with. So you might as well do this for you. Do it for your family. Do it for your generations to come. Build that downline of collecting, a percentage of the money that's already being paid out to the brokerage. And every other brokerage, it just goes straight to the brokerage, and that's it. Here, they want to help you. They want to help you build wealth. They want to help your family. So you might as well take advantage of it. And let's build that massive, passive income that will change your life, change your family's life, and potentially change your generation's life. So think about it, Think about joining eXp and build your real estate 401k. Consider signing up under me Anthony Cavalar, as your sponsor, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. Anything, just reach out to me. And if you want to go forward, reach out to me. I'll send you the information and how to get started. And I can even help you to create a presentation or whatever. You have any questions before going forward, and reaching out to your friends as well to sign up underneath you. And let's help each other out. Let's create some wealth for our generations to come. Thank you.